All right, for you coaches, consultants, and business experts out there, whether you have an agency or you're providing a service, this video is going to be very valuable because you probably have a YouTube channel right now where it's not producing, I guess, I don't know, it's stagnant, you're having a lot of issues with it. This video is going to open your eyes to like, wait a minute, there are actually 5 to 10K clients in my audience right now, no matter what size of your channel is. And I'll talk about some ways where you can get them in the door within the next 24 to 48 hours. So here's the thing. Here's a category that your channel might fall into if it's not producing the results that you want. I've seen this over and over with a lot of coaches that I've worked with, is your audience or your main offer is designed for a higher, not a higher level, but like a champagne client person where their problems are on an upper level or a higher level than a beginner's problem. Okay, so I've seen where your offer does not match the value you're giving on your channel. What do I mean by this? So your offer is designed for somebody who is already at the intermediate or advanced level with whatever you're teaching, but your content on YouTube is speaking to a beginner. And I've seen this mistake a lot because the thing is, you look at like a TubeBuddy or a vidIQ or whatever keyword tool you're using, and you're doing this keyword research, which that's a whole nother topic. You don't need to do keyword research to have a solid, like super viral title. Anyways, but you're looking at this keyword and you're like, wait, this keyword, the ranking, TubeBuddy's telling me it's good and that it has a high search volume and I'm gonna do it, right? And the problem with that is a lot of times the keywords that are really popular are in the pool of beginners, beginners in anything, beginners in fitness, beginners in business, beginners in any really category of whatever it is you're offering. And so I'm like, for example, there's a coach specifically who I'm thinking about. They have a high level outbound marketing company where they teach, or they have a done for you offer where they help business owners get clients with LinkedIn marketing. So it's outbound marketing offer. And I see her channel and it says like, how to start your first coaching business. I'm like, what? I'm so confused. I'm like, why are you talking to beginner coaches when you're trying to attract those business owners who already are on their 50th client? They're making a baseline of 20K in their business. It just makes no sense. But she is doing that because what the keyword tool shows is like, this is going to get you the most views. It's like, okay, well, this is going to get you views, but what do you want? Views or clients? You know what I mean? Because if you have 100 views to a targeted audience versus thousands of views targeted to someone you don't want to attract anyway, well, which videos over time do you think are going to bring in the most ROI to your business, right? The focused ones. So think about that. If you're scared if you have like a super, sub niche, or you're like, wait, I want to talk to experts and more advanced, but there's no competition, just that does not matter. Like, this is the best thing, because as soon as you post a topic or a piece of content that is going to identify with somebody with a higher level problem, they're going to be like, oh, finally something on YouTube that I can relate to and that's actually going to solve my problem. And I'm going to click here and subscribe and, opt into this person's free training. So then that's how you could really get those quality sales calls and prospects. Like right now, is start posting content that speaks to the higher level problems that you want to solve. And let me give an example of higher level. Let's take the vegan niche, bodybuilding niche, for example. The whole YouTube space in vegans is the popular topics are viral with how to start vegan, how to go from normal diet to vegan diet, beginners for vegan bodybuilding, where your offer is, you know, that those advanced vegan bodybuilders, the ones who are trying to build even more muscle and cut down on more fat, you know how to help them. It's like, you don't need to teach them how to calculate their macros, how to, read the nutrition labels at stores. They already know those skills. They have the basic, beginner, and intermediate skills down. Now your offer is teaching them the advanced skills. Well, that's the type of content you have to speak to on your YouTube channel. Starting your next video are those things. And so that is realistically what can bring in your next 5 to 10K client within the next, 48 hours or so. Hey, real quick, I just wanted to interrupt and say, if you're a business owner, expert, coach, consultant, who's finally ready to power your next 100K to $1 million purely with organic YouTube traffic, I want you to listen up. My team and I have helped hundreds of clients generate multi-millions of dollars on this platform, gain millions of organic views, and scale their channels in peace without the burnout. What I'd like to introduce to you is our Subscribers to Sales Ascend program, which is a combination of not only done-for-you services, but personalized coaching. This is where my team and I take the wheel of your YouTube channel, install our growth and monetization system so you can finally break that next barrier on this YouTube platform. And not only that, we will help you place an internal YouTube team onto your channel. So that way all the editing and branding and all of the SEO and optimization is taken care of. So all you do is focus on filming in 2 hours per week or less. And that's it. If that sounds interesting, I'll leave a link in the description, or you can go to marissaromero.com/start. The other thing you can do, just to get feedback from your audience and to see who's out there right now, is to do a YouTube live video speaking directly to those people, right? And you'll have beginners in there. You will have, people that's not in their niche. You'll have a mix of people on this YouTube live, but I guarantee there's going to be that 5% that are like, yeah, I'm up here. I'm the person you're wanting to serve. And then, that's when on your live webinar, or not webinar, on your live YouTube video, you can direct people to book a strategy call with you and fill out your application. Okay, boom. Another way to get a strategy call and to get people in the door. So that's what I would say is start making polls in your community tab of higher level topics. First of all, if you're not leveraging your community tab right now already, you're going to want to start doing that like yesterday. So your community tab is an entire source of traffic on its own, because there's browse feature, there's suggested, there's YouTube search, there's shorts feed. What else is there? There's external, Gmail, all these other, but the channel pages is a huge source of traffic that's really untapped and that a lot of YouTubers are not taking advantage of. So what I would do is in the community tab, you need to be taking advantage of polls, votes, quizzes they have there, posting images, and honestly posting your new videos to the tab once they are live in public on your YouTube channel, because your first 24 hours after a video goes public is super important to the algorithm and how it distributes these videos. So the YouTube community tab is a direct way to get more engagement, eyeballs, and clicks to whatever it is, your lead magnets, your videos, etc. So definitely start leveraging it, because even though it seems like you post something there and it hardly gets clicks or engagement, people are still clicking. I promise you. my posts, when I'm saying, hey, check out this new video, it doesn't hardly get any likes at all, but I know that people are clicking. And the cool thing about the community tab now is that when it pops up on the home feed of YouTube, it automatically plays. So it's no longer the static image of the thumbnail. It's the thumbnail that appears for like 2 seconds, and then it starts playing, which is really cool for the person scrolling on mobile, because they're like, oh, I can watch this. And they're watching it, and then they can choose to click it and go onto your channel and keep watching it. So yeah, so as we talked about, post content immediately that speaks to truly your ideal avatar. Don't fall into the I need to post beginner topics trap, because you don't. And then YouTube Live is a great way to connect with your audience immediately. And then YouTube channel pages. Just start speaking to who it is, like get niche specific on who you want to attract. And the other strategy that you can do is select a date within the next couple of weeks to do a live training or a live webinar, and just be like, hey, I'm hosting a webinar, and just build up that list to your webinar and make it a live webinar. Don't make it an evergreen recording. Like, just, suck it up, do a live webinar. I remember my very first live webinar I did to sell, I was horrified. I was so nervous. But once you get into it and do a webinar, like, people want to hear, they want to be trained, they want to be sold to, they want you to tell them the solution to their problems. So don't even trip about that. But yeah, that's another thing is like, hey, I'm hosting a webinar in a couple weeks, sign up. You could even sell this webinar. You could sell it for like a $9 ticket so people do show up. So that's another quick way to get your next few 5 to 10K clients in the door on that webinar. It doesn't have to be an hour, recommended like 30 to 40 minutes, and then funnel people to book a strategy call with you, handle objections on that webinar, etc. So that is what I would do, and what I've done in the past to get a cash injection with a higher ticket price point. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that was helpful. And yeah, if you've made it this far to the video, definitely check out the video that's coming up next right here. Just click right here, and I will see you on that next video.